Hello again. 1 Samuel 24. You've heard the story. Saul coming along, he's in pursuit of David, going to murder him. And he needs to take a dump. And there's a cave, so he goes in the cave to take a dump by himself, not knowing David and his men were hiding in the cave. David comes up behind him, cuts a piece of his garment off, instead of killing him when he had the chance to kill him. And David said, "How can I touch God's anointed?" Really, let's stop right there. Let's look at this. When a husband, head of the household, that's his office, he gets mad because his wife burnt the meatloaf, so he boxes her around. Really? And as she's laying there on the floor bleeding, he says, "Don't you say a word, because touch not God's anointed, and do his prophets no harm." Okay? So, you see, when he's acting outside of his office, the privileges of that office don't follow him to his behavior. Now, I knew a lady many years ago here in the local area. She got pulled over by a cop, said she was going 5 miles over the limit, and he started looking for all kinds of little violations, and he stacked up about 3 or 4 tickets he was going to write her. Cost her several $100s, and she's all nervous because she worked at a fast food place. She didn't make that much money. She had to finagle to make sure she had gas money in her car. And he said, "Well, I'll just give you a warning if you have sex with me." What about that cop? Was he acting as a police officer? Should he be granted the respect that you should give such a man in that office? Or was he outside that office, and therefore that privilege of that office does not apply to him then? Okay? So let's look back at David. You know, just in the basic law of self-defense, somebody's trying to murder you, it is an equivalent decision to respond with lethal force. The law just about anywhere says that, and it's that way in the wild. It's just a basic reality. If someone's trying to kill you, there is no morality that says you can't use lethal force on them. So David morally could have killed Saul in that cave. So, but let's look a little further. Samuel had anointed David to be the king. Saul was still in that office, but the Bible also says the Holy Spirit had left him. So who was the anointed? In that moment, it was not Saul. It was David. And Saul was trying to touch God's anointed. You see? So anytime someone tries to tell you not to speak about this person or don't criticize this preacher, that preacher is no different than that cop who pulled over that lady I knew.